everybody. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting, myself, Harvey.
That's what Chris said.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
That is what he
Yes,
said.
it
It is. You just said it.
Know what else he said? My heterosexual life mate, the Dave.
Hello, all.
Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever heard of those guys, the Dave Rangers?
Yes. I think they're the Rainbow Rangers. They're just,
Aren't they all
I
the
do
Rainbow
like
Rangers
rainbows.
in the
No,
first place?
he's all of the colors.
Yeah, I
All
do
of-
love rainbows.
That's
I will
right.
admit.
He's like a Megazord in Power Ranger form.
Oh, yeah,
that's
fair
right.
enough.
I
Yeah.
have
That's
a
right.
weakness for rainbows. This is true.
And the ever-loving, ever-morphing AJ.
I'm Pickle Rick.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I say that now. That's
I
my
love
new
it.
catchphrase.
You're
I say
Pickle
that
Rick?
now, yeah.
Yes. And if you need to summon Dragon Zord, you know what you need to do, and that's like and subscribe to make sure that you're doing that. And please be cool and support us and buy some jerky in our smoking
Buy
gun
some jerky.
link and save 10% when you do so. But aside from that, that's exactly what we're talking about today. We're having ourselves
Everything
a
and
lovely,
nothing.
distracting discussion about.
Really? Us? But we're always
Us?
so focused on our
I
discussions.
know everything we
We
fucking
stay
talk
on
about.
topic constantly, 100%.
You know, we could probably title this thing the ADD show, and it probably would be exactly the same.
Yeah. I have actually found in my older years that I am less distracted, I'd like to think.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
for myself personally. Yeah.
I would say it's especially in the last like 7 to 8 months.
Yeah.
I'm much more focused.
Yeah. Well, it's not even so much focus. It's just one of those. I always try to finish what I'm doing. I think part of it is just, some of the fun upstairs where if I get distracted, I will completely forget what I was supposed to do or
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a terrible
To be-
podcast for him to be on then.
I was
Oh,
just
God,
thinking. I
it's
know.
hilarious.
I know.
That's why I always say, let me
I
write
think
shit
he's
down.
just a fan of finishing everywhere.
No, I do like to finish things. This is true. But yeah, no, it's just,
no, it was a spooky ghost.
This is what goes.
I
yeah.
just, fuck yeah, like I get distracted and poof, I'll completely forget it.
One thing I've learned about myself is I am not great. If you are, good for you.
You're
I'm not a
great. We
multitasker.
think
I
you're
used
awesome.
to
Like
be.
I can do certain things. Don't get me wrong. If it's something passive and active at the same time, I can do it. Right? Like I can skate and listen to music. You know what I mean? Like things like that. But if you ask me to do two active tasks at the same time, sorry, I can't. But I'm really good at focusing on one thing at a time, and that's where I'm kind of where you're at.
Yeah. What's the joke there if we rewind just a little bit that you multitask while skating with headphones in?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a moment where you probably shouldn't be fucking multitasking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know,
man.
but I'm really good at it. That is what I'm actually really
So you're
good
like
at.
skating with your headphones on and you're like
Yeah, I
checking-
know.
checking your
No,
stocks
no,
and
no.
trading.
Well, okay, yeah, some bank transfers and things like that. Sure. but like,
Hello.
like, the stocks are too distracting. Too distracting. Yeah, no. But I'm just saying, like that's where I notice my skill set. But I'm with you. It's like the idea of to finish a project.
Oh,
and
I
start
have to
it, you
finish.
have to do it.
Well, it's not
yeah.
even a project, just even tasks.
Yeah.
It must get, because I've done it a few times where I'll start to do something and completely forget, and my better half, she'll come home and, why is the kitty litter half out, half done?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. That was me.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
It's like me with my Gundams. I got like 3 on the go.
Oh, the model, you guys,
yeah,
gotcha.
the model guys. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got like 3 on the go.
Now, when you do your Gundams, are you just paste them together, or are you paint and fully refine?
Well,
What
there's,
level?
I mean, you could paint, I guess, but what there is there's like these pens that have really fine tips, and it's like an ink.
Oh, okay,
and
just
what
to accent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
accent like lines and stuff like
Gotcha.
that. So I'll do that sometimes.
Gotcha.
I'm doing that
Think-
on like this really big dude that I have.
Nice.
That's like super detailed.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the smaller ones, like if they're like that big,
Yeah.
just slap them together. It takes half an hour or something
Yeah.
like that. And yeah, you have a little man.
Pretty sure those paints you use for your nails. That's why you got the French manicure going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, I have to recommend to our listeners out there, Gundam models are actually one of those great, just they're fun
Oh,
because
they're
you can
amazing.
either you
Yeah.
can just literally put it together as you got
Yeah.
it, or you can go full.
Yeah.
And
super
oddly
level.
enough, they're becoming more readily accessible
Mhm.
as opposed to just in like a special. Like I usually go over to the Neo Tokyo.
Sure.
Neo Tokyo shout
Shout
out.
out to them.
Because they have like big fucking wall of them.
Yeah.
But you can get them at like GameStop and shit now.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
they're
nice.
not.
They're more.
I don't think they're as. They don't have like the high. Oh, they have a couple of them, but they have less of the higher end
Yeah.
ones, and they have the
Just
ones
the fun
between
ones.
like
Well,
$20 to $70 or something.
I
Like
think
that.
I think the community is called Gunpla, and what the nice thing is there's a ton of different price points. You got cheap price point, to
Yeah.
expensive price point, like you guys said. You can put as much customization
there's
as
some-
you want.
Oh yeah.
There's
Right?
some out there that are like $500,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they have like LED lights that come
Built
with
into
it
it,
and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man, I wish.
Yeah.
One day.
If they
one day-
weren't
one day-
$500, then yeah.
you go.
That's my problem.
So
I
if you
think
want to
the most
support
I've-
us in getting our
Gun
AJ
plug,
is $500 gun plug.
I think the most I've ever spent's like $100 on one.
Oh, I didn't
Maybe
go that high.
$120.
I think the most I've ever done is just 50. I've done 3 of them so far, but they're fun.
Yeah.
Because I have to
Yeah,
admit,
I don't think
I
I
used to
spent much
love
on a
doing
Gundam.
just models, and I still do one the odd time, like odd in the sense of every 5 years I'll do one.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about the Gundams is, as you already called out, it's I could just go spend $30, get a simple one, do it in an afternoon, and I'm
Yeah.
happy with it.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So
Or even go and get the like
Yeah.
these little dudes are like, oh, I don't have see the butters up there. Maybe a little taller
He's
than that
pointing
guy.
at a plastic,
A plastic
Butters South Park character.
Yeah.
oh,
Thank-
it's funny. I didn't.
Thank you
even-
for the
AJ
description.
yeah, Dave just sees blobs. Well, yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's
descriptive video, audio. But
This
so yeah,
was
maybe like
this
an
was
inch
it
and a
would be
half.
just question
yeah.
marks on the bottom.
And they have like giant heads and like little bodies. They're
Oh,
these
yeah,
little
yeah,
dudes.
okay,
They're like
gotcha.
$12.
Yeah, yeah.
Chibas.
Yeah.
Chibis, yeah.
They're like
Oh, they're
called,
fun. Like it's
SD
just
Gundams
you
or
just
some
have
shit.
fun with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're good
they're fun.
times.
Yeah, I highly recommend them. They're good times.
I agree. If
I
you're
have
into
one
collecting.
that was like small because they're different sizes. There's like there's real grade and master grade and
Yep.
standard grade. And
Oh yeah,
they're all different
I'm not
sizes.
that
You can get
level.
like 5 of the same character but in a different size.
Mm.
I got this one. This was before I understood the sizing,
Yeah.
grading, whatever. It's like yay big, but it was super intricate. Like it had like the tiniest
little parts and
Yeah, I was
everything.
like, oh,
Nice.
that took me days. Because your eyes start to kind of like go, man. I had to
Yeah.
get like one of those magnifier things to like see certain parts.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I got them together.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Just
good
hanging out.
times. I actually have it's from Bandai, but it's not a Gundam. I'm going to do a model. Shout out to a friend who gifted me years ago. Now Anthony. He listens to the show sometimes. It's a Stormtrooper.
Okay.
Gundam.
Oh,
model.
nice.
The first one I ever did was that Batman one that I
Right.
got at the expo.
I remember that.
Yeah. I was like, might as well. It's
yeah,
cool.
it's good times. Yeah. For me, the customization. I love that people put a fucking ton of work into it, or you don't have to. It still looks great.
Yeah.
you
Oh
know
yeah,
what
still
I mean?
looks okay. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. No,
It's a fun time.
highly recommend them.
Good times. When I get models, like I have a Batmobile model,
Mm.
like a '89 Batmobile model. Those are the ones I like to paint,
Oh, you have to paint them.
right? Because
Yeah.
they don't necessarily come
Yeah.
with the color
Yeah, you have
of
to paint.
thing that you're
Yeah.
expecting, right?
But the other thing I still like, and I haven't done an actual model at that level in quite a long time, but one thing I always
yeah.
enjoyed with it though was that again, you could do just a nice paint on it, or you can do that paint and then put some custom detail
Yeah,
in if you
sure.
want. Like it's always whatever level you want.
The one I keep coming, I always come back to memory wise is Warhammer when I played a little bit back in the day. And I had a lot of fun doing my own little army, painting it up and getting it right now, that sort of shit. And it's funny because, like, you think, okay, cool, I did that. It took me whatever fuck it was, a couple days, week, or whatever, to get it all done. And then you go and play with other people, and shout out to guys like Mike Weatherby and people that were fucking customizing
Fuck
their
eh?
models where they're like in these crazy poses where they're destroying other people and there's like fucking blood and guts.
How?
I don't
How,
know. I'm just
man?
like, that is insane.
There's that whole store at White Oaks that's
Oh,
just
Yeah.
just
That-
Warhammer.
Workshop,
Well, that
yeah.
is
No,
their
no,
store.
no. It's
Yeah.
called Warhammer now.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Of course
Yeah,
it is,
they
though, yeah.
because I guess everybody was
That's
going in
the
there. You
brand.
got D&D little guys. You
Yeah.
got these little
They
guys.
did, not anymore.
But yeah, no.
Yeah. One thing I
Yeah.
still love is I made the mistake of getting the whole set to do that and make them start to finish.
Yeah,
I did 5.
yeah.
Good lord! Like
That'd be
it's
too
just
small for me, I think.
that was it for me. It was just
Yeah.
too small, and like I spent 2 minutes putting the thing together,
Yeah.
and I spent like 3 weeks just painting
Right.
it. And when it's done, and I'm looking, going, God, that looks like shite.
I know. I'm really not good at this. Yeah, it's true.
So I never finished the rest of it.
true.
I still have it in the
Ugh.
closet. It's just one
Gosh.
of those. Fuck.
I still remember at the Boys and Girls Club when we would hang out there. They had the zone, but there was that one cabinet full of fucking Warhammer figs and tanks
effects
shit.
and
Yeah,
everything.
blah,
Oh,
blah,
wow.
blah. And it was just like,
It was
I'm
amazing.
never doing this.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
never.
no. It's one of those
It's too
things.
expensive. First off,
Maybe
like,
if I won
Yeah,
the
those little
lottery or
dudes are
something.
maybe I get literally nothing. else to
Yeah, when
do.
I really have nothing else to
Yeah,
do. But
yeah.
no, like I have to admit,
So, do you have to play with the little figures if you're playing, or is it like?
yeah, you do.
Okay, I was gonna say, or is it like
That's what
D&D
separates
where
it.
it's like an optional thing?
I think there might be a D&D
To be-
role-playing game, but I don't think.
you could
Well, yeah, it's called
fake it.
D&D.
Yeah,
Not
you
for
could
that
fake
style.
it with fake figures, like put the little names or
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
and-
like you use little Batman figure or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, you could do that for sure if you wanted.
If
But
you wanted.
really, the game, I have to admit, it's like a lot. It's like the Pokemon. Some people do play it. More people just model
Just
it.
collect it.
Just collect
Right.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the collector.
Yeah, they just
It's
want they
higher.
set up scenes. They do, and
Yeah.
the nice thing is they do rearrange. I have a buddy, of course, I can't think of his fucking name at this exact instance,
It's
but
a
yeah,
real good buddy.
yeah. Well, it's a coworker, I
Best
guess,
of
better way
buds.
to phrase it. But yeah, he would do that. He would do little scenes in his back in the day when we actually had an office. On his office, he would set up little scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, mix it up. It was actually
Yeah.
good. It was cool.
But you bring up a valid point. You spend a
course I did.
shitload of fucking money, a shitload of fucking time, a shitload of fucking effort to play a game for typically it's only a few hours, right?
Yeah.
You can stretch out campaigns, but you probably play. I mean, I felt like for me it'd be about a 3 or 4 hour game, typically,
Yeah.
right? You're right. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
But is it like D&D? You have like a dungeon master and a
No,
No,
it's more
there's
of
like there is like a campaign
board gamey
sort of.
kind of thing.
So you've got
or-
your codex, which kind of let you know everything about your gameplay and lets you know about your what your team's capable of
right.
and your sheets.
Well, there are rules to the average game, how
Right.
much, and again, speed depending on the character or the vehicle. Like there are things.
Holy
of that.
shit!
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Wow.
because again, it's similar to it's a turn-based basic attack, defend, attack. Like
Yeah.
that's all it,
I'm
with the
gonna go-
characters.
So it's kind of like Risk.
And well,
Yeah,
yes,
m-
but
more
but-
complex.
So it's like Risk and
More
D&D had a
plus.
baby.
and more than
Yeah.
that because
Oh,
like
wow,
you play.
okay.
You also play with like you have
need
distances.
school,
You have to play with a
folks.
measuring tape.
Yeah.
So
But that's
yeah.
for their movement
and terrain matters.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna Google. I'm gonna fucking go on YouTube and check
Dude,
this
it's
shit
like
out
a
later.
whole fucking
Actually, I
world.
probably shouldn't
Like,
go. On
here's the thing. No, you should. Here's the thing. Like, it's such an involved game. I don't know if Dave remembers this.
Oh,
but,
I do.
But we basically devolved to this one. I totally fucking remember. I forget the name of it. But there was this game with just the aliens where you played on like just a simple map where you're just trying to chase each other down. You could do it in like an hour. Yeah. Yeah. It was super.
I was talking to
Oh,
AJ.
okay,
Sorry.
Anyways, like, it was super simplified, and we played that because it's like, fuck, it's just too much to get into the
Wow.
campaign, right? Like it's just a lot.
That's
It's
insane.
just a lot. Like
There
it's-
can be.
That's more than getting into D&D.
yeah, well, I remember when I was looking at getting an army. I don't know what you spent on yours, but when I was looking at a beginner kit with paints and all the things you need,
Mhm.
I was looking at $300 to $400
Yeah.
at the time. And that was in.
Wow.
I
in
was
the
lucky.
90s.
I got the paints for free from
Wow.
a buddy, but I
Mm.
did pay. I think it was $140 for the intro kit or whatever they sold me. Yeah. And but again, had I actually, if I was decent, I could have finished it and then actually played against somebody. It had the both sides for
Yeah.
the little mini game.
Yeah.
Either way,
Mad respect to those that
no
sold it.
knock
Nick
against
Fun
the
times.
company.
Nick
Yeah,
and
no
I
knock.
still want to kind of get into D&D, but nobody else wants to play.
I would love to play. It's just time.
Yeah, time is it.
We want to do more of a
Dedication.
casual thing, right? Like
Oh yeah.
one shot or
Yep.
like nothing that's like it's going to take us 5 weeks to do this.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's just like playing a board game.
Yep. Back when I was in high school, the way that we would do it, and it's one of those I really wish we could do it again, was basically we would do now back then with the lunch,
Mm.
but you'd have the dedicated GM.
Yeah.
And essentially, the GM would basically just come in with the little scenario.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
got
just
this
it.
thing here. Go
Yep,
with this.
little scenario.
Yeah,
If
they
your
walk it through for you.
characters, they got built up and stuff, but you did that on your own time.
Mhm.
Everybody followed the rules because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, well, honestly,
Don't
it's a baby.
cheat. Yeah.
Don't be douchey.
And then when you show up, it's basically just, hey, whoever happens to be able to make it, you meet up in the end to go on an adventure.
Yep.
That's all it worked. Yeah, it was nice.
it's easy.
The only challenge is-
our own stuff. Yep.
Nowadays,
Nice.
it's one of those jokes where, because back then we would do it, for 3 or 4 days a week. Nowadays, we're gonna find 3
Fucking-
hours to get together in a
yeah.
consistent manner.
It sounds almost impossible.
It does.
Yeah, you're right.
Even
yeah,
enough
but
for
I
a
do love the
podcast
idea.
sometimes.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I do love the idea, and I agree. I'd love to do it too.
I wanna do
It's
it.
just finding the time.
Yeah, maybe
All the
in the
things.
autumn. I'd be
Maybe in
more
the
up for it
autumn.
because I have to admit, even though we haven't been able to experience real summer weather fucking yet.
But it's coming.
Oh God, I'm
Feels
so
like it's
want it.
on
and
the
I-
fucking
That's
brink.
what she said.
On the brink. Yes, it's coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's lucky.
Well, no, I'm always coming.
Well,
It's
we
more-
know.
Always?
Oh fuck yeah.
They call him the leaker.
Oh.
Just wind blows, eats a grape.
So-
You have a wet spread under pot. Oh yeah, I came.
Ah.
I love that you just looked down. I saw that.
Yeah. He has a wet spout in his pants.
Made you look.
He does, though.
I know he does.
He
yeah.
does. No, you don't.
I put it there.
I didn't even look again.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, I again totally off our original topic that we're on. Fuck the weather. Good lord.
It has been fucking one day great. One day like
When was
Jesus
the last
Christ.
great day?
But like yesterday.
Yesterday was
No,
Two
yesterday
days ago.
wasn't that
2 days
great.
ago.
2 days ago. The day
was
before
great,
that.
Yeah.
I can't even think of the last.
It was
day.
great.
It started out meh.
But I
then it
skateboarded like
turned
fucking
nice.
3 times throughout the day because it was
Yeah.
decent enough. It was a little windy, but it was really nice weather-wise.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that cold wind.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I from my perspective, it's been like over 2 weeks since we've even had a decent day, for Christ.
Wow. This guy's like boycotting the weather right now.
No, I'm pissed at the weather. It's not behaving for flying fuck. It's May. Get the act together. I expect warm,
He
calm
wants
weather.
to. He wants to pee on his tomatoes.
I do. My tomatoes want to get the fuck outside.
That's right. They want to get pissed off.
One of those
Right?
things I keep trying to convince them. There's no point in me
They're
taking it
not
outside.
kidding.
Sure, the temperature's fine, but there's no fucking sun. It's just gusty wind.
Yeah.
Caves,
Hilarious.
golden showers.
Amazing.
Christ. Irritated. I want my weather.
It's coming.
Oh,
Alright.
I hear
Yeah.
this constantly.
What you gotta do? You gotta fucking. Well, you do the rain dance, man.
Yeah,
that's what he's
be-
doing.
become
Go
a-
get
No,
out
I
there.
don't want rain.
Become
Well,
a
do
weather
the
witch.
anti-rain dance. Be a
I
weather
want the
witch.
sun dance.
Go fucking.
I
do your
want
There's
the
weather
probably a
sacrifices.
sun-
Sundance. I'm sure if you researched different cultures,
That's right.
like Aztec or
Yeah.
something.
What, you're telling me Sundance exists?
Probably. Probably. But
Oh, yeah, there you
I need
go.
a badum button. I need a badum button.
I don't know. You need a fucking douchebag button. That's what you need. Just say shit like
Ouch.
that. That's just.
How is that douchebag
I thought
level,
that was
you
directed
jerk?
towards me.
Oh, I think he's throwing it at me.
I was throwing it at
You know
Dave.
what? AJ,
was
you
a
and me
Dave.
will work together.
I think you know what it was. I was just insulted by the cleverness
It's
of
'cause
your
you're still
joke. I think that's
breathing.
why. Oh.
What, you're bringing this shit down? I'm going to fucking play
That's-
your level. All right,
God.
sorry, listeners.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Okay, this is the Volvy, okay? Everyone mute earmuffs. Podcast debate right now. Anyways, so yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
So what's going on? Should we talk about the obligatory Leafs being good to pass the second round finally?
Well, it's been what? How long
years?
has it been? 10 years? I think something of this nature. Yeah. As we were talking a little bit ahead of the schedule, yeah, I am excited for it, but I will also admit I am not the same level of Leafs fan as I was 20 years ago.
Agreed. The disappointment has become too fucking great.
Yeah, it's just
Too
yeah.
great. Yeah.
But as I even joke with my nephew, when the day comes when they actually make it to the final round, I will go to Toronto and join the riots.
Yeah, I will certainly just ejaculate all over the CN Tower.
Mhm.
Tower. I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
from
You
the
haven't done that
CN
yet.
No, not, you only do them.
Can you imagine doing that? They do have
Oh.
those climbing events there, don't they?
They do. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Some
They
dude pulling it in one of the stairwells.
like he's gonna get a no, not even, no. You can literally go
God.
on the outside. They hook you up to the thing
Yeah,
where
you
you,
can
and they
hang-
Oh
hang it
yeah,
off.
yeah.
And it's one of those jokes that it's popped in my head before, and it's a horrible thing. It's one of those, David, you should probably talk to a therapist, where it's popped in my head. I'm like, if I ever did this, not that I ever would because heights and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, could you imagine, whipping it out, jacking it off right there? Like, yeah, you're going to get arrested, but fuck,
You'd
it's
have
almost
to
worth
bring
it.
up the South
He's
Park
such a
song.
man. He's such a man because that's what he's thinking. He's like, well, what if I just whipped it out and jerked it? Like, what are they gonna do? They can't tell me not
There's
to.
one of two ways
They're
that
gonna
could have
kick me
gone.
out?
Either you're gonna jerk it or you're gonna pee on it.
Now, see, peeing
As
sounds
long,
more
it
rude.
involves taking your junk out and touching the CN
Yeah,
Tower
yeah.
with it. It's like, yeah.
I didn't even think of it at that level.
Speaking of which,
Just
that's
Grab it and hump it.
going back to
You
the,
say it's gay? No, it's not. I'm fucking it.
going back to one of our previous podcasts a couple
good
weeks
Lord.
ago. So inherently male, we were talking
Right.
about. Right? We just so my fucking 2-year-old
Uh-huh.
in the bath
Right.
last night started putting his penis on like the washcloth,
Yeah.
And, like, dunking it in the
Yeah.
water, like
Yeah.
touching the bubbles with it, and,
Yeah.
and it's not even like you
You're
can.
not
It's
doing-
just like this completely exploratory.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what does this
He's
feel? on my
already a
penis?
40-year-old
What
man.
does this feel like on my penis?
Yeah.
Hey,
And I'm like,
Sure.
that's something only boys could do.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Hell, I'm 42. and
Think of
33.
all the
I still
places
Don't rub
you-
my nuts on
I was gonna say, think of all the places you shoved your dick into, and you're like, "What the fuck was I thinking?" You don't know until after the fact. You're like, "Holy shit,
Oh yeah, my ex-wife.
Oh,
that is a dirty thing." Anyways,
yeah.
Hi-oh.
Yay.
that is an inherently male fact.
Yep.
And if any if any like trans person came and said someone who transitioned from female to male is like, oh, how dare you say, like, well, you're clearly not like, you know,
You're not. You haven't
you're
had
not-
the bottom surgery yet.
That's right.
Clearly.
You clearly don't know, right?
like-
Because you just want to put it everywhere,
Because like, if I got boobs,
right?
I'd be sitting there like.
Oh, I would never
You,
stop playing
you
with
guys
them.
would be like AJ. I'd be fuck, great shit.
I don't
Sorry,
think you
new
show
bra.
up to the podcast, man.
But yeah,
I don't think you would.
so
I think you just would stay at home the whole time.
I'd have to.
Oh, I know.
I would.
I know.
I'd do the podcast from podcast on
The past
Sorry.
coffee
I'm back,
you
I'm
rude.
back. I'm having a
And you'd
stroke.
be,
Parlez
that,
anglais, s'il
that
vous plaît?
conversation of the quiet thing would be worse because you just. staring at them. They're like, sorry, I had to get my boobs out of the way.
Just be Kenny.
I had to get them out there. Sorry.
So I can imagine and hope that if a trans person who'd gone from a lady to a man,
Yeah.
and they received a penis,
Yeah.
would explore,
yeah,
with hey,
for sure.
what happens when I poke my dick with?
That's true.
Just
It's definitely something that every guy, like you could talk to any guy in the world. Oh yeah, no, I totally
a
understand.
tip, but
I know.
from cis men to transgender men is don't put it in the wall socket.
Yo, don't give it.
Don't put it in the wall socket.
Don't give them all their secrets. No,
Well,
don't
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Don't.
You
Some
have to,
things you need
hey,
to
you
learn
have
on
to,
your
you
own.
have to
Don't do
help
that.
people out
No,
sometimes.
listen.
You have
if
to
give
be
them,
like,
if you give them that secret, they
well,
won't
come
know
on.
the
When
other
somebody
powers that
moves to
come
town,
from
you're
it.
like, hey, don't go to that 7-Eleven, but go to this 7-Eleven.
Right. Yeah.
So hey,
Yeah.
don't put your dick in a light socket.
Yeah, sure. Well, maybe
Figure the rest
what if
out for
they
yourself.
what if they had it built like that?
Well,
what if they
to be
could build
honest-
it
Oh, well, hey, then
electric proof?
If we're
Then-
gonna help
okay.
at this level, don't put anything in a light socket. That's
But
what
that's
if-
your body.
What
A
if
light?
what if they built it accessible for?
so like go gadget penis.
That'd be fucking. You know what?
It's
No,
like
I want
R2D2's penis that he
Yeah.
Oh, the little-
unlocks all the
Oh
doors.
my
with.
god! Like upgrades. Why
You
can't we
can't
get those
tell me
upgrades?
that wasn't a metaphor for R2 boinking the door to get it open.
I mean, yeah, I think R2 probably does a lot of. robot
We have
bonking.
to talk about something Star Wars
Oh,
today.
well, yeah, we do.
Oh,
we
that's-
have
May
Star
the
Wars
4th.
Day.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, we do. Isn't it far? How far they've fallen that we're like, oh yeah, we should probably talk about Star Wars.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like
right.
most day
Well,
events. Plus, it's on
you have to.
the day of the week that's off the
That's true.
standard. Yeah,
That's
to be
true.
honest, we're
I do
recording on
find
Sunday,
it
but-
funny that the whole slogan, the May the 4th be with you,
Sure.
sounds like a nerd kind of saying May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very nerdy
It probably
thing.
started that way, but again, nowadays it's not
What-
horrible being a nerd.
You know, it's funny too. I think
Depends on the
it's
nerd.
funny because there's this
Yeah.
weird kind of stigma of Star Wars fans being nerdy or whatever, which is so fucked up. Because if you ever look at, hear me out, if you ever look at the crowds that were going to see Star Wars back in the 70s, 80s, everybody's
Even
every
now, man.
walk of life
Even
was in
now.
line. There wasn't like any sort of
You could
particular
be
stereotype.
A stock trader
Yeah.
who lives in the nicest apartment in New York that has the most bland fucking
Yep.
decor.
Yep.
Just fucking nothing. It's just they
or
might be,
a brother from the ghetto.
they could be a Star Wars
who,
fan.
You know, exactly. And yeah.
Yeah.
Like
a huge
everybody.
in
everybody.
love with Star Wars.
Homeless people. Well, I mean, not homeless people. They couldn't afford it. But
Well, they can still be a fan.
actually,
but-
back then
They
they
can
could.
afford the knowledge of Star
That's
Wars.
true,
Knowledge
that's
is
true.
free, man.
I'm just thinking of the crowds at the time. That's where my mindset went there. That's why I said.
How do you know that
Yeah.
some of those people that were camped out in lines?
But I'm
were
also realizing
homeless
there's probably a
people?
lot less homeless people back then too.
It's
So,
possible. It's
yeah.
possible.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
think there was still a lot more there. It was just again in our region, it was a lot more. They were nip tucked and put away.
Got you. Yeah.
Versus nowadays.
But anyway,
Yeah.
back to yes.
Back to-
Everybody's a Star Wars fan, Dave.
Everybody
Nobody
was.
likes Star Trek. All right,
Yeah, Star
just-
Trek
we've
was for
had
nerds.
this
just
discussion.
take your trek and trek
We've
on.
had
man.
this discussion. When it comes to the telly shows, I'm sorry, Star Trek wins by far.
Yeah, and our conclusion. That was our.
You have
conclusion.
no leg to stand on. You have yet to watch The Mandalorian.
I watched like 4 episodes.
You
I
have
got
to
bored
watch
of it.
all of it.
And
I
to be
got
fair,
bored.
he's not wrong because the Mandalorian did fall off in the last season. So
Yeah,
I'm never
I
wrong.
can't
Know what
say
I
that I
mean?
don't remember.
And let's
I
be
can't
honest.
say that I recall
let's be,
much from
Let's
the
be
last
honest.
season.
You're right. And let's be honest. In terms of Star Wars shows, they have a lot more misses than they do hits.
Droids.
No, droids. That's a hit.
Droids.
That's a hit.
Okay.
That's one of the hits. Right. That's saying something. Right. But like
Ewoks?
versus Star Trek,
the cartoon.
everybody
Ewoks?
in Star Trek decides what is their favorite series. No one decides like, oh, whatever. Whereas Star Wars, it's not like, oh, Andor's my favorite or whatever. Man, you know what I mean?
Just
Like
Star Wars.
it's just Star Wars.
It's just
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So Star Wars community uses like a blanketed
Right.
Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But-
But like Dave's saying, because like I wouldn't go past next gen for my liking of the television.
DS9.
For the
series.
Star Trek?
DS9.
Yeah.
I've watched. Yeah, that's not true. I've
Next
watched the other
Gen,
ones too.
DS9. I
watched
even
a bit
like
of Enterprise.
Voyager.
Yeah, Voyager's okay.
The first 2 or 3 seasons, and then it started going.
Last 2 or
yeah.
3 seasons were
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I
then-
disagree.
but then now
I
they
disagree.
keep-
When she was all
Oh,
fucking Ripley and
yeah,
shit. That was so
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they keep trying to keep up with the whole Star Wars thing where they're putting out these shows and it's like what it's about. What is this?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will admit I have not watched a Star
Like
Trek
this
series in
New
forever.
Worlds, Brand New
Haven't
Worlds, or
watched
whatever
it.
the
Brand New
fuck
Worlds.
it's called.
I know it's a bit silly. Lower Decks.
I love that one.
Oh,
was really
the
good.
cartoon.
that
yeah,
one I
yeah.
watched.
But Picard was good. I thought that was good. Strange New Worlds apparently is good. I've not seen it.
That's it. Strange
But
New Worlds.
either way, even now, they still had more hits than misses in TV. The opposite can be said about movies.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
movie-wise.
Yeah,
And then
movie-wise.
the flip is, right?
Other than the
that's
first-
sad.
But
Other
the
than the
problem
first
is,
one.
the problem
I
is,
know.
Star Wars
No,
and their
get
movies
out
is
of
kind of starting to
town.
kind of decline as well because the sequels aren't as
Dave liked
received
the
as whatever.
first Star Trek movie.
No, I didn't. It was too slow, and they
Oh, you
it
said
was
the
very
first one.
no, I said
oddly
all.
paced.
But the first one. Sorry, my
but-
bad. My mistake. Yes,
but-
you are correct.
Yes, all but
I
the
agree.
first. Yes, yeah. It was just to be like it's one of those when it comes to even the Star Trek
Yeah,
movies, they win.
yeah.
Or
for
sorry,
sure.
yes,
So glad these things aren't nerdy.
not win. I guess
Yeah,
that's the
we've
wrong
talked
way.
about
The
this before.
original. Yeah, we've talked about it before. We're now digging up the old dirts.
Oh yeah.
I'm right. You guys are wrong. That's fine.
Well, hey, maybe somebody converted since then, but we
No,
haven't.
I think it's one of those things you can't really convert. Yeah.
Not if you don't want to.
Though, funny enough, since we're on this, do you remember the Star Wars where you build up the little things and you would attack shit?
The Age of Empires edition.
Yeah, basically, it was
Yeah,
the Age of
yeah.
Empires
You
edition. You
build
remember
up
us
little
playing that
shit, yeah.
all
constantly?
the fucking time. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's free right now. There's a free like legally, honestly free. Where you just have to be an Amazon subscriber. I got fucking excited. Don't do it.
Why? Is
I
it
got-
bad? Is
Don't
it bad?
do
Is
it.
it bad? Okay. I won't
It's
do
one
it.
of those. My memory of that game is so wonderful. I played
Aw.
like 10 minutes. I got so pissed off and irritated on the controls, how it played, everything wrong. And I'm like,
It's
"No,
like
I need to walk
That's
away."
funny because it's
It's like-
coming up on a year since I've had Prime. That almost convinced me to
No,
fucking resubscribe.
don't do it.
That's crazy.
but it's like grabbing your old even doing like the Nintendo games on the when you have Switch Online.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 of them, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play this game. You start playing, it's like it's fucking blows.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't,
exactly
for me, it depends on the genres. I find platformers still hold up because I've been playing a lot of like GBA games, like the Wario Land that came
Okay.
on there and a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
Mario
yeah.
games. They
Mario
still
does.
hold
I
up.
will
But you're
give
right.
credit.
When you get into
Yeah.
like the fucking certain things like choppy
All the
for, like,
Mario
sports
games still hold up.
Yeah,
or,
Mario
like,
because they're so
Mario still
simple
holds
and
up.
pretty much
Yeah.
straight.
So I feel like those there's certain examples, but for the most part, yeah, you go back and you're like, wow, am I fucking gonna go do this again?
Yeah.
yeah.
No, come
And again, it's not even just the graphics, which are rough.
Sure.
It's just the gameplay
Yeah.
and the interface for it. It's
Yeah.
like cockfuck. Why do I have to like click multiple? No,
Yeah.
just give me the. Oh my god, I was ready to
Yeah.
throw my
Yeah.
computer.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
will
got
admit
into-
though,
Oh, sorry.
on the good side of it, and again, I decided to pick up Rust because they have a big major update, a whole new, area and style, like a rainforest type thing. I should not have done that this entire weekend.
Bye bye life.
Yep.
Yep. I can see how I've seen people play that game. I've always been curious, but I'm not a computer game player.
Hmm.
I'm a console player.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm a computer guy.
and yeah, I could see how people would lose their life to that game.
Oh, it's so.
It's like
evil.
Minecraft for adults.
Yeah.
Is exactly what
Yeah.
I got into. The Fortnite has a Star Wars update
I
out
saw
right now.
that.
Right.
It's actually really fun.
Oh, really?
It's really fun and much easier than regular Fortnite for some reason.
Yeah.
I think because like the lasers, you get all like the blasters and that's what you get for weapons now.
Yeah.
They're more powerful or something than the other because I killed like 5 people in one round.
Oh,
I usually don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm very bad at this game. But yeah, no, it's kind of fun.
That's cool.
I enjoyed
Nice.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortnite's become like the every game.
I've tried it a few times, but like as you somewhat called out, I usually just get my ass handed to
When was
me.
the last time
Yeah.
you played it?
I will admit it's probably been 2-3 years.
You might want to revisit
Yeah,
it.
they've what they call nerfed a lot of
Yeah.
things.
Well, it's not just a nerf; they've added a lot too, right? So there's like a racing component now, a Lego component now. There's
you
just
don't
all
have
these
to
different
build.
things. You don't have to
There's a
build.
version where you don't have to build the structures and
You
stuff.
just go and kill shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I'm a builder guy.
Then you can go.
Well, then you can go build
do that
that.
too.
There's a
Yeah,
way.
for sure.
There's a way.
They
in
even
the-
have better ones where like buildings make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a way I think in the no build that you can do quick build now,
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
where like you just hit a button and it does stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't try it.
Given
Because again,
that's-
Rust, for those that are experts out there, they'll say, well, David, how do you like Rust? Because again, you build in it, but generally it's more just trying to stay alive. That's
Yeah.
how you
sure,
build
it's a
it.
survival.
Yeah.
game,
I will admit, I play on a modded server where it is a lot more, it's more focused on the building. There's still the bad guys out there, but they're just the AI baddies.
Got it. You're not like
Gotcha.
worried about other people
Yeah.
Correct.
fucking up your
Yeah.
shit.
What's that? What's that? The type of mod we've talked about it before. You and I, not I don't think on the podcast. It's a GTA mod, but you're like living.
Oh, like
life?
the real life mods or the real city mods or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
they're
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Have you heard
right.
of these? Do you know
I
what
have
these
not,
do?
no.
It's the fucking craziest thing. You could be like a fucking corner store owner, but it's in
Yeah.
the world of GTA.
Yeah,
So
or a
chances
cab
are
driver.
you're gonna get robbed, or somebody's gonna come
Yeah.
in and try and rob you.
Yeah.
But
You can defend and shoot
But
them.
then the cops can go and like chase at, like you can like call the cops on them.
Yeah.
And then you come in and they
Weird.
talk to you, and then they'll go and like find them and shit. Like it's like real life in San Andreas.
Yeah.
It's the fucking wildest fucking thing.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of servers dedicated to these real city or real life mods, which is interesting. And then you also got people, anyways.
Oh yeah,
the
well that's
weird-ass
always the
community.
big thing about games, and we've talked about it. I think it's now in this day and age, it's to me it's a bad thing if a game comes out where it cannot be modded.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much
well.
I am
That's
pretty much
where
of the
consoles
thing.
fall behind. I think.
Yeah.
the lack
Well,
of
yeah,
modding.
That's
right?
fair
Yeah.
because it's a console. That one okay, fair.
Like that
argument.
walled garden's got to drop, and I think it will eventually.
It's a tough one though because
I
again,
know, I
it's
know.
far more
Yeah.
focused.
That
Whereas
is the
like on the
business,
computer
yeah.
side of it, yeah, like any game that I play nowadays, it's moddable
Yeah, you're
because
right.
that way you can custom and build it the way that you more want and that style you want.
I'm sure if
true.
you were smart enough and had the balls enough, you could mod a PlayStation to do these things.
It happens. Yeah, people
Because
do it.
Mm.
But
I remember,
you just
remember
you break
back
your
in the day.
factory or whatever. You break your warranty.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember back in the day, buddy had a
Mhm.
Dreamcast that was modded,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he'd just stick
Boot
a
disc.
burnt disc, boot disc,
Mhm.
and you could
did it.
play fucking everything. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
It's fantastic.
yeah, I knew a guy
Yeah.
like that
Dudes
too.
trying-
were doing that with
In fact,
PlayStation
I'm on
2s
the
and stuff,
hunt
too.
for a GBA SP one day, so I
Oh,
can
yeah?
do just that. I can just play.
I
all
still have
GBA
my
games on
I
it.
still have my modded PSP that Philly did for me.
Oh, fantastic!
I don't have a charger for it because I think I left the charger in New York.
Oh,
Shit, yeah.
I mean, I
I-
could get a charger for
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's
they're
If
not.
you
They're
really
not
It's
want
expensive.
it.
like $10 or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
shit like that if I
yeah.
went
You
down the
should do
game
that.
cycle.
Because
Yeah.
I
But
modded
it's
my
still
PS
modded.
Vita, and it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's still
It's
modded.
fantastic. But yeah, on the modding bit, you can definitely do that for, and I think people have modded console versions. And there are, I'm sure, some way to share activities with each other. But traditionally speaking, it's much harder to do that, which is where there's been a
Oh,
big
yeah.
argument on. I think Microsoft releases games on both PC and Xbox at the same time. That's because they got the live Game Pass, so they
Right.
can play whatever. And then there's also where Sony, they're starting to do that. They're starting to bring their titles from PlayStation on there because of this whole thing. But yeah, you're right. PC, play whatever the fuck you want, whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, how
know what I
you
mean?
want it?
Yeah.
And that's
Yep.
the thing. Like all the services that are quote unquote competing, they let you do whatever the fuck you want, whether it's through Steam, whether it's through Epic, whether it's through wherever you get your games. You can pretty much go and
Well, that's the thing I also love nowadays. You just named them all off there, with the exception of Steam, because again, they've made it very clear that no, they won't join the game.
oh yeah, my bad.
Free
yeah.
games, free
Right,
plays.
Right. Yeah. no
They
free
have
plays.
a lot of them, and again, it's one of those. Just I have to admit, I'm one of those annoying people where every Thursday I go check to see what's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And periodically, I
Yeah.
get super excited about, hey, oh my god, that Star Wars game! I remember loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The Sims
True.
has a super huge modding community.
Oh, I get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Super huge.
Yeah.
Of course.
Nikki
The
didn't.
whole
never
thing
wants
is
to-
modding.
That's true. But like going beyond what the game allows
Sure.
you to do,
How to
right?
break it.
Yeah, they kind of break the game in a way.
Yep.
Or break the game in a way that you're adding to the game,
Oh yeah.
right? So, but the problem is there's so many updates that come from EA. There's one like every fucking week or two. You can't install the updates if you have the mods installed. You actually have to uninstall the mods from your computer,
Hmm.
update the thing, and then reinstall
Oh,
the
wow.
mods. So it's real pain in the
a
ass.
lot of
Yeah.
annoyance.
Yeah.
I have to admit, in the case like that, yeah, I'd be more upset at the game maker, like Stardew Valley. It's another one I mod for extension and more features.
Mhm.
And anytime there's an update, it's one of those. They actually notify we're going to have an update, and people can pre-download
So
optional.
they're almost expecting the mod community.
correct. They
to-
support the mod
Yeah.
community. Yeah.
That's how I remember I had a whole bunch of plugins at one point. I don't have them anymore, but like we're talking like thousands of dollars worth. And then I
Oh, wow.
downloaded one plugin from the actual company, and then it looked on my computer and it was like, "No, you can't use this stuff."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
For which game?
it was audio.
Oh,
Stuff.
gotcha.
Yeah, the company's like,
Yeah.
"No, you
Mm.
can't use this now."
Yeah, like yeah, it's one of those just like from my perspective, if somebody's as long as they're not trying to steal or somehow harm your
Monetize?
company or whatever, or even monetize to me is fine. Like if they do an add-on and they are providing extra value, like how can you fight that?
It'd be cool if one of these companies like
Either way, in my opinion. Yeah.
like EA, and they probably never would because EA, but took a look at those communities and were like, well, that's a good idea. Why don't we just do that? Because they've said they're not coming out with The Sims 4. They're just going to keep adding on to The Sims.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, it makes
Or
sense.
Sims 5.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry. They're just going to keep adding on to Sims
Well,
4.
'cause
Now it's
what are
just
they gonna do?
The Sims again.
What can they possibly do differently? They've done everything Sims related.
Just
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. So start adding like your community saying, "Hey, this would be cool."
This-
That's why we've broken the game.
What the
Why
Sims
not
has
just do
done,
it?
Yeah.
what the Sims has
And
done
charge
is
for it.
what
Oh,
sports games should do, right? Instead of releasing a new version every year, they should
Right.
just release
An update.
updates for rosters and graphics. and things
One
like
can
that.
make an argument that they technically do it. They just charge you
Oh,
80
they
bucks.
do not, sir.
They're just charging you $80 for
Well,
the update.
Well,
Fair.
they upgrade.
Fair.
They upgrade
Yes.
the graphics.
But then they go and tell you it's a brand new game when it's not a brand new
Yeah.
game.
Oh, they added a
right?
new
It's just-
feature.
Well, so I remember. Yeah,
But ultimately,
it was worse back in the day when EA.
but then they'll go and
was-
sell you
yeah.
like game passes and other shit. It's like, come on now, right?
Oh, they even do it with my Civ. I still love it. Like I got the original Civ. They've out. I have to give it credit. Or the 1.0. Oh god, it was horrible. 1.2. It's gotten better. It's still not great, but it's better. But yeah, it's one of those things where they constantly try to upsell me. Oh, go and you can still buy the
Yeah.
extra. Get 2 extra this,
Yeah.
3 extra that. I'm like, come on, people, fuck off. I'm just here to play Civ. Shove up your ass.
Yeah, well, that's it. But they're to sell shit, right? That's
Yeah.
the game, right?
Then
they
you
want
can
you to
bought
buy
that
the
one
game.
too
I
already
know.
too.
Yeah.
Well, fucking Epic Games is probably the master at selling useless shit that you actually don't need to play the game.
But they're
Really?
also good about giving you
Skins.
free shit.
Skins.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
true. But yeah, like none of the it's one of those things where none of it modifies your gameplay experience other than the way it looks, and millions, billions
Oh yeah,
of
but
dollars.
it's one of those things. It's not a meism. Like I have to admit, I would never. Maybe if I won the lottery, I might. But never in my current income would I do that.
No.
But by that saying, I have to also admit there are children in my household who have done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've discussed
And
Yeah.
yeah, and like myself too. I'm with you. I don't typically pay for free games, but there have been times. Rocket League, I've probably dumped over a decade plus $30-$40.
But is that a cosmetic thing, or
It is
it's
cosmetic.
just purely
It's purely
cosmetic? It
cosmetic.
does nothing.
Really?
To
Nothing
the,
at all.
Nothing to the
I
car.
wanted a DeLorean, motherfucker. I wanted a Batmobile, motherfucker.
couldn't-
You know what I mean?
I
That's
love
what
Batman so
That's
much,
it.
but I don't think I could
That's
do
it.
that.
That's okay.
Wait.
But like what I'm saying is,
Did I do
here's
that?
the way
No,
I
I did that with
justified
Hot
it.
Wheels.
Right when I
But
look
it
at
gave me other levels.
when I look at the amount of hours I put in, the amount of joy, the amount
I
of
was going to
time.
say the same.
It's like I can let that slide, and also they do the limited time things like, "Go, you can't get another time." And like, you know what? I could justify it. It's not for everything, but for the few things, it's kind of nice. And for what it's worth, the DeLorean is like my main
Yeah,
car that I
that's
play
true.
with, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyways,
I have to admit, it's one of those jokes, even as you say it, because it's one of those I would never do that because they do that on Rush. So you can
Right.
buy other, not levels, but different skins, different things for your bases, you personally, and they look quite nice.
yeah,
Fuck, I'll never do that. I'm going to take my 1,500 hours and just keep playing the game.
right, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, then exactly. Yeah, the grind is for real, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, how you justify spending is however you justify spending.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And it's I'm with you though on the most part. Like I fucking Fortnite, I would never buy anything. I've never bought anything from it's funny because I'm gonna mention this about Epic. I would never buy anything from Fall Guys. I
Right.
think I would do that. There's no point. But you give you a lot of free shit. I don't feel I need to.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other thing is too, we're talking about Epic. There's that beautiful little passive synergy they got going on between Fortnite, Rocket League, and Fall Guys, where they kind of got similar costumes and events that happen and
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cross-platform.
Well, I bet you
Oh,
right
okay.
now, if we went on Fall Guys, it'd be like some sort of Star Wars.
There is. I was
thing.
playing today. Yeah, they've got a whole little Star Wars things, and it's like, you know what? I wouldn't buy it, but it was cool. They had like a Duel of the Fates like windscreen where like this a whole Darth Maul thing.
Oh,
where he
yeah.
fucking spins like that is really fucking cool, right? Like, didn't get my money, but it's cool that you know,
Yeah,
that
it's
they-
enough to give you the head nod.
Exactly. So
if you knew somebody who bought it, you wouldn't make shit on them.
No,
You just smile and say,
exactly.
good job.
It's cool. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but I get it. Well, gaming's hard though for me now to the point of being able to it's hard to justify, and I'm shake your fist at the cloud. Oh man, moment. Justify spending. Now we're looking at fucking $90 to $100.
Dude, I
for
saw
a game 1 second, and then be expected to pay $30-$40 for fucking upgrade packs, whatever those
Yeah.
look like
Yeah.
later on. That's crazy.
I was on Amazon and it popped up Mario Kart World pre-order.
Yeah.
$110.
Jeez, fuck.
$110
Yeah. Yeah.
just for the game. For a console,
Yep.
for a Switch 2 console that has Mario Kart World, they want $800. Was it $800?
Sounds about right.
Nice.
Before tax?
$700 or $800.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like $699.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or $799 or something.
Wild, right? So it's hard. I don't know. It's just really hard to justify. I mean, people pay it. That's why it sells.
Oh, it's working. Yeah.
One day we'll see it decline because then they're gonna have to scale back. No one can afford shit. But who knows when that'll be?
Yeah.
Unless all of a sudden people start making more money.
Well, it's not even about more money. It's again, a lot of people. They are again. It's like us. You go back to 30 years. What did we do with any money we had? Video games.
Masturbate. Oh, right. Yeah, video games. That's right.
You
Yeah.
I didn't need
masturbated
money
with
to.
money?
I'm gonna say, what did you?
Ouch.
Wow, what? Yeah, I don't need money to masturbate.
Throwing toonies
It's
at
one of
your
those.
cock?
It's one of those equal things in life. Doesn't matter how rich you are.
Listen,
You
you
can
guys
masturbate.
use your dollar bills.
Twice a day in the closet.
You use your dollar bills to snort coke. I use mine to snort cocks. Okay,
Use
all
yours
right, leave me
to
alone.
I would
all
like
right?
to point
That's
out.
right. That's right.
I don't use American money while I'm doing it. I use $5 bills.
Oh, right. Yes. Support. Elbow stop. Support. Almost up. That's a double meaning there.
Yeah,
That's
there's
just
so
like-
many
so many
meanings in this. I
That's
love
right.
it. Yeah. No, I'm a high level. I love AJ's having a moment right now.
Keep your elbows off the floor, people. Okay. What the fuck? You okay there, AJ?
I'm fine.
Oh,
Just
no.
making sure that wasn't my phone that was making weird noises earlier.
No, I think it was the next door neighbors.
Yeah.
Fucking next door neighbor.
Yeah, damn neighbors.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's actually one of those things in my neighborhood right now. Again, totally
Neighbors?
off topic.
Neighbors are a thing in his neighborhood. right? That's good.
Apparently, though, they don't like me in my neighborhood. So I live in a little crescent, of course. Not a crescent, sorry. Yeah, it is crescent. And on my side of the crescent, 4 people have their houses up for sale. I know. I'm like,
Oh yeah, they don't like you. It's all you, Dave.
it must be me, but I'm looking at like I have to admit it's one of those things like something really must be urgent because I will admit even if I was planning to move and I saw 4 houses up for sale in my street alone,
Yeah.
I would wait.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It's one of those.
There's a lot on when I drive here. There's like the 2 streets. There's Queen Street, and then
Yeah.
there's Lauren Ave. And man, yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of houses up for sale on those streets too.
Yeah.
But they're too much. I mean, they're all too
All
much.
housing is too
but,
much. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I'm sorry, nobody's gonna buy your really nice. You want like over $500,000 for this house in this neighborhood.
That's common as shit. Yeah. Like
That is. Yeah.
I
what
guess
do they
my
say?
neighborhood's
What-
different, but
Canadian average is like 480,000.
I honestly don't know.
I think that's what they said. So I
There's a
think
house
that's-
across the street from me right now. That's last time I looked because we're Snoopy Snoops.
Oh yeah, I checked.
Last time I looked was 389,000, and it's been on the market for months.
There you go.
Wow.
There you
I think what happened is
Well-
the house that my parents bought sold so quickly because my parents were like, "Fuck it, we're buying that house."
Yeah.
That they were like, "Oh, okay, well, houses are selling quickly on this street."
Yeah.
right?
Try it.
If I'm correct, this was the year, or 2026 is the year they are predicting a massive amount of defaults on mortgages because of just the way.
Like what kind of happened in the States, but then there was
Yeah.
they bailed them all out.
Yeah, so I can see at least from fucking what the fuck do we know
Here in
about real estate?
Canada, though, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I do think so.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep, as a result of
There's a lot
the
of people-
fixed rate situation. Yep.
Well, people will definitely maybe. Or, that's a fair argument.
They're basically saying. Sorry, let me rephrase. There's so many that are up for renewal that they're expecting the overwhelming majority to default because of the fact they won't be able to renew.
It's weird though because it's only gone up like 3% if they bought in the last 10 years. Yeah.
This is just what economists
not
said,
an
and
expert.
I'm not either. I'm just letting you know the information I heard.
Yeah, because it's just one of those like certainly like there may be a few out there that got the 2% or even the 2% would go the lowest. Right now, you're looking for a new house probably hitting you around 6. So I guess that is a 4% bump up.
It'll be interesting to see. The only reason why I was bringing it up because if there's some sort of validity to that, then maybe that's why there's such a bit of a freeze,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean that is a lower price point on the housing market. If let's say 400 something's average, and if it's been sitting there for a month, that is kind of
Yeah.
you know what I mean. That is a little.
Yeah, it's been
odd.
at least 2 months now, and they've done the whole.
When
open
considering we
house
heard about
thing.
people like not even a year ago, fucking house would go up for like 600,000. Someone would come
Yeah.
over
Oh,
asking
yeah.
bid
Yeah.
with a basket
Yeah.
of muffins and a bottle of wine
Yeah.
Get
and
to
I'll
know.
fucking babysit your kids, and then you
Yeah.
sold it in a weekend, right?
Yeah. And no, the market definitely has changed. I would agree because the one that's even across the street from me, like they've done open house every weekend for the last 6 weeks.
Oh wow,
It's still there, and it's a nice house.
Sure,
Yeah.
I found
it's
this.
you. It's you.
I found this, and it's
Maybe.
weird because I found this beautiful like cottage, like fully stocked fucking cottage.
Oh, nice.
About 11 hours north, so it's
I'll pass.
literally in between here and where I grew up. Right,
Mhm.
be like 11 hours away from Kenora.
Mm.
They only wanted $239,000.
Okay.
Fucking lakefront property. You get fucking.
Yeah.
It's on an
Shit.
island, so like you can only get there by boat.
Yeah.
But it had fucking electricity. It had all the
Nice.
fucking amenities. You had rooms. You had a shower. You had
Send me
your
the link.
fucking right.
Too far,
It's in
though,
a place called
for you.
Hearst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard of hers. I've been there,
Yeah.
yeah. I've been through that one.
$239,000.
It's a nice price.
And
It
you know
just-
what? In the wintertime, I bet you there's even an ice road that goes there, so you could drive your car on the ice.
Maybe.
I would never want to do that.
It's it's fucking cool.
I get
That's-
creeped out way too fast.
That's what we used
Yeah.
to. That's what we used to do when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yes, there were a lot of stories of,
No.
oh, did you hear about Mark? His fucking truck ended up at the bottom of the fucking lake because he was driving in the wrong spot or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or people going over open water on their snowmobiles. That was a big thing. I
Yeah.
always hear about people, oh, Johnny lost his fucking snowmobile because he wanted to go over this big thing open water, didn't do it right. Like, maybe don't do that, dummy. It's
Yeah,
not what it's
no.
for.
Yeah.
Not
I
a
don't-
fucking boat.
I don't know what it is in my head. Just something in there. I won't even do snowmobiles. There's just something in my
Well,
brain.
It's a trip, man.
here's the thing. I hear what you're saying. It is seclusion. That's the hard part. You have to be comfortable with being alone.
Yo,
Oh
yeah.
no, I don't mind. You mean for the 11-hour thing?
No, not the living there.
No,
the
I don't
living
mind. I don't mind seclusion.
Oh,
You've met
okay.
me.
Okay.
To me, it's just the. I guess in my brain though,
It's
one
the
of those,
mode of travel to get there that's
Yes.
his problem.
Yeah,
The
that's
boat?
me. Yeah, the boat, the 11 hours in the middle of winter north. Like it's just one of those like. That's
Oh yeah,
where-
it's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and
Yeah,
it'd be
it's
like
too much.
it'd be winter here +2.
Yeah. So for me, I don't mind so much being alone, but I will admit, and I've decided this recently, that I am a city boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever be a country boy. I don't mind going, camping for a week, disconnecting for a little bit,
If
but
I-
I need my city.
If I could get to certain amenities within a 45-minute period, like
Yeah.
Get in the boat, get to the mainland, get my car, go to Walmart. Yeah, I could probably do that.
Yeah, no. See, I'm a city guy. It's even when I get my license back, which I still want for simplicity and the ability to get fucking groceries. Like, no, I like walking around. I like biking. I like being able just to get places simply. Yeah.
I would say I used to consider myself a city boy, but I think I'm adaptable. I can pretty much live in any environment.
No,
I mean, I'm not saying like there's certain ideals. Obviously, there's certain comforts that I like, but
Mhm.
ultimately, as long as I can make shit work, I'm happy.
Yeah. Now, this
I-
all being said, if I could get like a little mini farm that's like 10 minutes outside of town, fuck yeah, I'd get
There
that
you go.
in a second.
There's the fantasy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like it.
Well, fuck yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantasy. We all know what they even.
Yeah,
those
and I
go
mean
for
that
now.
isn't
Christ.
that it, right? Like the idea of back in the day, because I mean I live fucking pretty close to downtown without actually being downtown, and that's got its own pluses and minuses. But yeah, we've all kind of had that fantasy of how great it would be to live in like something a few minutes outside of London, something somewhat secluded. But you know what? You need to go to the grocery store. 10 minutes.
You
away.
can get there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's probably why properties on the edge of London are on.
Oh no,
on the
they're
rise.
always because
yeah,
yeah,
they're
no,
always
For that-
stupid.
they're
for that
always
reason, right?
expensive.
And that's why
That's
it's
where
like
my parents
Kamoka,
started
right?
looking.
Fucking Kamoka is one of the most expensive.
Yeah, that's where
areas.
my parents started looking.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like Kamoka,
Yeah.
all those areas and stuff like that. Yeah,
They're
it
always
was-
the
it
expensive.
was quite expensive.
Understandably, I didn't understand when I was younger as a child, but
Sure.
I do understand now. In my
I
elder
totally
years.
get it.
Oh, yeah.
Totally get it.
I would love just to live outside the city because it's a higher quality. We don't get all those dumbasses like
Oh,
downtown
Lord.
London.
Yeah.
Of course, I love the day and age now. No, there's a campsite somewhere. If you have a forest.
Well,
trust
that's the
me.
thing. Like, it doesn't matter where the fuck.
Yeah.
Where the fuck you are. Like, we talked about this on my old job with the Calco. Because it's the south location where there's literally it's all a development area
Yeah.
for the most part. There's a bunch of forest areas near the freeway and highway, but ultimately, it's just there's nothing other than the Costco. And there were homeless people that we literally were tracking going from the forest. I call them forest people. They would come
the forest people.
come and fucking
Mhm.
take shit from the dumpsters, various shit, lots of things. They'd come and use the Costco restaurant, get their food, whatever, and then they'd retreat back in the forest. And interestingly enough, one time they took like the gas letters or the numbers
Oh yeah.
for the use for the gas station. We thought like, what are they doing? Are they building like a fucking structure in there? And then that's like they're using those numbers as their address.
Maybe.
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 Their
Their
address. I would assume maybe more of a roof type thing. but
214
214 the bush.
1.4 Bush Road.
The bush by
Bush by
fucking
fucking-
Costco behind Wimpy's.
Other than the stealing, it's one of those. I actually have no issue as long as we're
Oh,
not
I
sharing-
don't care.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
The fact that people were smart enough to go, hey, I could get 2 hot dogs for under $5 at fucking Costco
Yeah.
and have food for the day.
Yes.
Good on them.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
listen,
that?
I'm not
Resourceful.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying this story in any sort of insulting way. This is just an interesting
Oh yeah.
factor, right? And yeah.
That's always my thing. Because again, even on my street during garbage day, there's always people that go through the garbage.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. as long as they don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't
Yeah.
dump it.
Yeah. But there used to be a time you think you go to Hyde Park or go to certain areas and there were no homeless people there.
Oh,
Now
there
there
are.
is. Oh yeah.
We had a fella. I caught it on a ring cam.
Hmm.
This was like 6 o'clock in the morning. Guy was pushing his cart down our street, and we have in front of our house we have a tree, and Nikki's built kind of like a little garden area around the tree, and there was a piece of wood, probably about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet long, that was cut from the posts on our new deck, and we just had it sitting there. We weren't necessarily going to use it for anything. We just haven't really cleaned up before the snow came. It was sitting there, and we caught on video this guy going by on the cart, and then he leaves, like, lets go of the cart on the road, comes running back over to our house, grabs the piece of wood, runs back to his cart because it was about to hit the other sidewalk,
Jesus.
throws the piece of wood in it, and then I noticed him look behind, and we have solar lights, and I think he was going to go back for the solar lights. He comes up, and then he notices the ring cam, covers his face, and like runs away. It's just this old plump fella, right?
Yeah,
I was
okay.
like,
That to me is stealing. Yeah, if it's
That is theft.
if it's in with the garbage, yeah.
yeah,
I'm
but
fine
no,
with it.
he came right onto our property. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to do anything because it's a piece of wood,
Yeah, yeah.
but it was just interesting what people will.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Little
car
grab,
theft
like,
is on the
what the fuck
rise.
do you want
fucking
piece of
like
wood for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everybody's stealing something these
If
days.
you really needed that piece of wood, I guess you really needed that piece of wood.
I mean, yeah,
I have no
More than
good
you did.
answer.
Yeah, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just interesting.
yeah, no, yeah. It's an interesting world we're in. That's for sure. But yeah, the homeless thing, it's everywhere.
Oh god, yeah. It's far more out there now. It's like a common thing downtown. We talked about it where
Yeah.
there's people passed on the sidewalk, like right in the middle of the sidewalk.
Yep.
You just walk around. Everybody does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody
it's
even
just
checks to make sure they're
Become
alive.
desensitized now.
Oh yeah,
It's
we're
just a part of
completely
the community.
desensitized.
And if it, like we're talking about, doesn't matter what community. It's just a part of it now.
oh yeah,
It's a part of it.
just used to it.
Yeah.
For the worst.
Yeah.
C'est la vie.
Should we talk about shifting gears here? Should we talk about what we're doing next weekend a little bit?
Oh well, we can say that there is a magical about to be produced, and we'll happily share at some point once we're allowed to.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have to fucking go too much into it. I just thought
Okay.
we'd talk about it.
Yeah.
Something to talk about.
Well, we can talk a little bit about it. Our listeners, what
He's
were
so,
the response?
he wants the suspense. He
Our
wants to
listener-
keep him in suspense.
Listeners, there's 50
there's zers there.
Whether they listen or not.
and we'll happily give them the proper link. Maybe not by the
Listen.
next one, because again, we probably can't release until after the
Listen,
Wednesday.
if you want to like just turn us on, like and subscribe, and put us on mute, we're okay with that. Go ahead. We're just
Yeah, that'd be
Go
great.
ahead. All right, just press the
Fine.
play button, damn it, and let it run.
Put on repeat if you want.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. Please put it on repeat.
Yeah,
Get the
yeah.
listens
An
in.
auto thumbs up,
Yeah,
well, that's
exactly.
standard good.
Yeah. So let's just talk. We'll talk briefly. We'll talk.
Fair
briefly.
enough. Okay, I can wrap it up maybe when that.
Let's
no.
do that. Yeah.
Okay, there
All
you
right.
go.
So we submitted a team with a couple of friends for a local event
Yeah,
happening
we have
here.
5 of us, right?
5 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Forest
That's the limit
City-
to boot.
It is. Yes.
Yeah,
Forest
shit.
City 48-hour film festival, where we will try our best to make a 5-minute film in 48 hours with the 4 prompts coming from the organizers. And yeah, how do you guys feel about it?
I'm excited. Hey,
Yeah.
I look this way. To me,
Anxious.
really?
I've not been involved in one.
Oh, yeah, you
so
haven't done-
I'm not
Why,
sure.
why are you so anxious?
I'm not sure how it'll all go. And
The big thing
It's
is
gonna go.
book
Gonna
your
do it.
weekend.
Have fun.
Like, have you talked to your
book
better half?
week- Oh yeah.
Okay.
Booger your weekend.
Yeah, no, because it's one of those jokes I've even told my better half. I'm like, so it's one of those like, I'll probably be home to
Yeah.
sleep at some point,
For sure.
but
maybe.
that's about all.
Yeah, and I told my better halves, my hands, I said, hey, hands.
They'll be
listen,
doing some other
hands.
things.
we got work to do, guys.
Hey,
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 hands, hands out the boomstick. Hands out the boomstick. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it because again, and now this is my perception on this. Sure, it's going to be a thing that's going to be critiqued, and we might win, and we might
You
get
know,
dumped
who knows?
on, all
Yeah.
that normal shit. But to me, it's just more of the fun.
Yeah.
And part of the fun is again the retro, because again we did this fucking
Years ago.
10 years ago, if
Yep.
not more.
Yeah.
And it was a good fucking time.
A great time, yeah. And every time we've done something like this, it's been a lot of fun. I agreed. I felt the same. It's like, kind of like a return to form.
Yeah.
It's something that it's just on us. This is what we love to do. We've been talking.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 of us have been talking a lot about video projects
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
kind of figuring out. So I feel like
This will be a good one.
could be a little kickstart.
Throw
You're
it
right.
against the wall, see how it
Dedicate
clicks,
the fucking
sticks.
weekend to it. See what goes. You
Oh,
know? Yeah. And then
It's one of the again, we'll see what the fourth. Anyway,
yeah,
it's just,
exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see what other teams bring and all that stuff. I like to see the community.
As long as there's not another one with the freaking kid in the bed or where the hell that was.
Yeah,
that
that
one
was
year.
weird.
God, it was.
I'm sure there's a
So
lot of weird
weird.
shit that comes out of it too.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And again, no offense to anybody, but when we saw the ones that won, we're like, really?
Eh,
Okay.
Very artsy.
Yeah. Not even just like just
Avant-garde.
more art than direction.
Gotcha.
But hey,
Yeah, I look at it
filters,
this way.
folks.
When we have our fun, and I will go to the Wednesday the video showing.
Right,
I will
yes.
join that as well. Do I expect us to win?
Oh,
Fuck
God, no. The only thing I am fucking demanding that we make happen is we make people laugh. That's the only thing I care about, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that.
Well, of course, our looks alone.
So
Our
it'll
looks
be
alone.
5
Our
minutes
looks
of
alone.
Dave's junk.
That's fine.
Ouch.
No, then that'll just be jaws on the floor.
Waiting,
waiting.
How
I'm
did you get
waiting.
by with the
I'm
dick
waiting.
so small?
I do a
I don't
very
e-
good job with
Do
the
we
small
have
penis.
cameras with that type of magnification?
I don't
think we do.
know.
I don't think we do. I'm not sure.
Yeah, macro lenses are expensive.
That's right. Yeah.
Micro, macro.
Yeah. I'm excited, and I appreciate you feeling anxious, AJ. But don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
We got you.
The
We got
basic,
you.
yeah. Well, I guess I'm getting.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
It'll be fun.
Honestly, the goal is to have fun. It's gonna be fucking tiring for sure, but that's okay.
The big
okay.
thing again is just we, as a group, we agree to the rules. Basically, the Friday being the hey, let's write down our plan.
Yep.
Saturday, do it.
Yep.
Sunday, tighten it, wrap it, submit it.
and submit it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we did have that in by 8:00 on Sunday.
Evening. Yeah.
In the
So
evening,
it works out perfectly.
I kind
time-wise.
of like, you know what? I was kind of miffed that because it was shortened to 5 minutes, and I was like, it's kind of a bummer. But like, I'm kind of glad. I feel like that'll be more manageable for us in this circumstance.
Oh God, yeah.
It's
yeah.
going to be hard because we're storytellers. We want to fit a lot in, but I think we'll be pretty good
Yeah.
about.
Well, no, again, and we'll
your
talk
time.
more about it when we get on the actual day. But yeah, just like we did last time, that evening, the Friday, we
Yep.
figure out what we're doing. We're hash out the rough, we'll
Yep.
get it all ready. Saturday, we make it rough cut. Sunday, let's make it party.
And then Wednesday, we'll see if people like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, here we go. This is what we did. Fun times. Da, 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 da. And then we'll share. Maybe we'll do a recap. We'll share with the our audience. In
Oh,
some
well, we'll give up a
capacity.
link to it at some point
Absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely.
We'll give them the original one
Yeah.
to boot if they want.
Our 50s of followers can go and check it out.
Yeah,
We'll put it behind a Patreon.
sure. Why not?
No, nothing like that. But it'll be fun. I'm
The
looking
last
forward to
4 minutes will be behind a page.
Yeah, there you go.
Give you a
You
minute.
get the title screen and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
not
it.
even the title screen's at the end. Right?
Okay, that's right, that's right, yeah.
Don't deliver the secrets
Shh,
yet.
God, geez, God, dude. AJ, you gotta stop this leaking out the secrets. You
man,
gotta stop
I'm
it.
as bad
as-
This is
I'm almost
three
as bad
times
as
this
Tom
fucking
Holland.
episode, dude.
Do the full do the entire video backwards.
Okay, Memento.
Actually, you could argue.
Yeah. Well, that's where, like, I'm not gonna say anything. But that was where one of my ideas came from. Was
Yeah.
like, what if we did that? My idea was, well, I'm getting to it, but the idea that I had, but everything being hilarious as the way it looks. As, oh yeah, this is fucked up. You know. Anyways, that was
Now
way
we're just talking
too
about
vague.
our ideas for things
Way
we're-
too vague. for
Way too
anybody
vague.
listening. Way, absolutely. All right. Well, should we wrap this up?
Sure.
Nothing
On
to
that
say?
note alone.
On that note, no. Okay. And you out there, what are your thoughts? What did you like about our episode? Were you pleasantly distracted? Do you want to discuss being distracted? We want to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts about our episode today and all the things we talked about by reaching out to us on any of the social media spots and on AJ's phone, apparently. So please
He comes
do
prepared.
so. Please do so. Yeah.
I'm not.
No, he's not, but that's okay. Please, do so wherever you're finding us in the comment section on our Discord server, wherever you're listening to us. Please reach out. We want to keep the conversation going and liven up this community with all our fun antics. If you like what we're doing, you can do so through a couple of ways. As we mentioned at the top of the show, we have ourselves a Smoking Gun Beef Jerky link. You can save yourself 10% and support Canadians by buying through our links in their description. Also, if you want to support us personally, directly, you can do so through our Buy Me a Coffee link. That can help pay for some of Lee's studio time and maybe for a little bit of this movie too, depending on how things go. If you're out there, you're not feeling well in the mental department for whatever reason, don't worry, you're not alone. 2025 is a fucked up time. So we want you to know that you matter, not just to us, but to those around you. And if you can't talk to anybody with the stuff going inside your head with anybody that's around, we're going to have some links in the description so you can seek out the help that you might need. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm the Dave.
What do you call sweaty boobs?
I don't know.
Mountain Dew.
Humidititties.
Oh, sure. Yep. That's pretty good.
Humidititties.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
cute.
That sounds like a joke. I feel like they would have made up in the show, in the movie Idiocracy. I feel like that would have been like an official policy,
It
like
is.
humidititties in that world,
It
which
is.
is pretty much our future.
No, Donald Trump just signed an executive order.
This is like, hello,
That sweaty boobs are
sweaty
now
boobs
forever
are now
called
humidititties. Everybody,
They're the best kind of titties.
best kind of titties. No titties greater. Anyways, And that was AJ. You got yourselves sarcastically distracted. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on our fun program. Have yourselves a fun night. Peace.
Take care, all.
Bye now.